I look around, I look around. I see lots of new sim racers. You know what that means? Just means that a lot of you
I object. Complete lack of surprise.
Servus, welcome everyone. Very important and new episode. We have a free weekend in Assetto Corsa Competizione, which means a lot of new players are flowing in, and this is actually really cool to see. Sim racing has been really popular in the past few weeks. A lot of people had to stay home. A lot of people were looking for a replacement for motorsports, so they turned to sim racing, which is absolutely amazing. The sim racing community is awesome. I think so far it's one of the coolest communities I have ever been in. So how serious is it? Is it just a game? Is it real racing? Maybe you played an arcade racer or other racing games or Formula racing games, something like Need for Speed, Underground. Boom, 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 boom. If you just started with sim racing and you have no idea what's going on, is it just a game? Is it just for having fun? Or is it totally serious racing and you have to be very serious about it and are not allowed to do any mistakes? I just want to clear it up a little bit. First, maybe just a little explanation. A simulation game is actually designed to be as close to the real world and simulate real world activities. It attempts to copy various activities from real life. So this already kind of implies that if you play a simulation, you kind of take it a bit more serious and are interested in this kind of simulation. If you're just starting out, it's not about winning. It's about racing. So with the current rise in popularity of simulation games, especially racing simulations and Assetto Corsa Competizione, we see many new players in multiplayer lobbies, multiplayer races, and it's basically the same everywhere. Race start, first corner, mass crash. Why is that? That's basically happening because of many different reasons, like you do not know the limits of your car, you do not know your brake distance, your brake limits, you have no idea how the car behaves when the brakes are cold, the tires are cold at race start, and you just want to get in front and win and beat everyone else. So I've been experiencing this on my own in the past few weeks as I also just started getting into sim racing. First and foremost, I think it's really important to be respectful of the other drivers, the other players. And in your first races, especially online, drive clean, drive defensive, stick to the racing line, find your pace, be safe, be fair. Also very important is stick to the racing line. Before you go into multiplayer, as I explain in my other beginner videos, practice the track, learn the ideal line. It doesn't even matter if you are quick or slow, miss the braking points or whatever, just stick to the racing line. Why is that? Because some more experienced players who want to pass you also know the racing line and they know where they can pass you, so you are not irritating them. So you might be thinking, so this is racing, this is a simulation game, I just have to drive in a circle and get passed by other racers? No, it's not. This is actually part of the experience. Don't stress yourself. Don't pressure yourself. It's not about winning. You will not be winning in your many first few races. It's about the whole experience. It's not about collecting gold medals or diamonds to tune your car and get fancy neon lights and a bigger engine. That's not part of this simulation. The whole race experience, this is the game. The learning to get faster, to be more consistent. Learn about your car, learn to improve the setup, learn to gain positions, to cleanly overtake, to get the most out of your car. All of this is the simulation racing experience. So you might be thinking, well, if I'm participating in my first multiplayer races, what the hell do I do there? I'm not fast enough. No, that's not right. We always hear that as a beginner you need to practice. But practicing alone in practice mode without anyone else mostly won't get you anywhere. So practice racing. First few times maybe against the AI, but then as soon as you know a track, know the racing line, you know what turns are coming up, and you can drive a consistent pace, even if it's a slow pace, doesn't matter. You just head into multiplayer and participate in your first races. And here you will practice even more efficiently because you have other players, you have other things happening that you need to take into consideration and need to react to. So this is then the next step in practicing. And what happens is you just find your own pace in the race. You do not push for gaining lots of positions or even winning. Don't think about winning if you just started with the game. Just head into the race, stick to your pace, stick to the race line, and see what's happening. And if you do this, if you let go of all the pressure, of all the stress, having to win, having to overtake and pass other players as quick as possible, be aggressive, be fast. As soon as you let go of this, you will start to enjoy the experience. You will start to learn, you will start to grow. Welcome to the community. Welcome to sim racing.